Okay, three, two, one, go. Hello, viewers, and welcome back to the Council. And now we move on to episode 4, Burning Bridges. So, in the previous episode, from episode 3, we found our mother, and we found out that demons truly exist. And yeah, I know what you're saying. This is kind of getting a bit ridiculous and out of hand with the whole demons concept. Having the demons getting involved. And we know 2 demons truly exist. One was Sir Colin? Sir Gregory? And the other one is, the head of the mansion of Mortimer. Lord Mortimer's mansion. Lord Mortimer is a demon as well. So with that information at hand, we're off to find something that will help us defeat the demons and expel the demons out of this house. So yeah, so there was this really difficult puzzle that technically cheated, but I know it was a difficult puzzle, and you might as well lose your arm if you're not careful with it. So yeah, let's move on to Chapter 11, The Spearhead. And now we have to pick our usual 3 books, and let me see what the talents are. 1... Oh, I'm curious about the... Like, when we pass... your effort point pool increases by 1, reach level 10... gain 2 points equities. Gain 1 point to etiquettes. Wolfener. Investigator. Occultism. I think we get a little upgrade with more points, but I'm not sure, but just try to improve. So we get 3 books, and we only have 3 books, exactly. So we don't know what the other 2 books are. Notes of the Wretched, Richet, and Thoughts of Men in Society. Without those, we have no idea. So we'll automatically get 2 points into questioning, and spending the big one of our big books on the encyclopedia. I was gonna save it for when we got more the double. You get 1 extra skill point for reading books, but I think now that's not going to happen. So yeah, let's start the quest with all that. So we get a lot of upgrades for our books. Smarts.
I sense that Mr. Peru is about to surprise us too.
I believed in him. I followed him to the best of my ability. I championed his ideas, defended his decisions, and then, without even realizing it, I became lost.
Yep, that all makes sense.
Now that I've told you everything, you want to take my place,
Not
do
that
you?
close,
No.
lady!
I am Emily. You are wasting your time. Louis knows very well how to tell us apart.
Someone had the bang coming from the Duchess's room, and she isn't answering.
Louis, you really must learn to conceal your weaknesses better, if you don't want your foes to use them against you.
Our desire is to steer the destiny of our respective countries for the good of all, and to no longer suffer the random
we know
hazards
what
of
you
history.
really
It is the natural order of things, Monsieur de Richet. There have always been men who govern other men. That is simply the way it is.
History forgets them with a disconcerting facility. No one speaks about them, and yet they whisper in the ears of kings and presidents.
Yeah, the way Peru said it just now, it kind of makes sense when you know that the demons are involved. So, if that was foreshadowing that he knows about the demons existing, then that's kind of good foreshadowing for that. If that was on purpose, going that way. So, I hope Peru's alright. The last time we checked Peru, he was not looking too good. I hope he gets out of this alive. And oh Lord. And we saw they have 3 blips.
But where are we?
I don't know, but we better not hang around.
We better keep our guard
Be
up.
careful, Mother. As if me saying that will make any difference. Knowing Mortimer, I wouldn't be surprised if he rigged his crypt with traps.
So you think the door is not enough?
Do you want to wager your other hand?
You've got a point
very
there.
funny.
We have to find that weapon.
Oh,
What do you know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
The what?
Holy Lance?
The Lance of Longinus the Centurion.
Oh wait, did Peggy and Von Wolfhard talk about that?
Now that you mention it, I did catch Von Bollner in the middle of an altercation with Piaggi.
What?
Von Bollner blamed His Eminence for having supplied Mortimer with all the lances in the Vatican's possession.
If Mortimer has all of them in his possession, it's not going to help us.
Seriously? You don't really believe that fable, do you?
Every fable is founded on true events. I'm not saying that everything adds up, but imagine if it really did exist.
Very well. Now what?
Well, now you know what you need to find.
Pardon?
Okay.
I have to get to the wharf to prepare our departure. Let's get off this cursed island as quickly as we can. We shall come back when we are ready and armed.
But
With
hang
the
on.
spear,
Louis, let's
right?
first get to safety. We shall come back when we have the upper hand. Fear not. You take care of getting the lance. It's imperative. I'll take care of preparing our departure.
Hang on. At least tell me everything you know about this lance.
Yeah.
But I have never seen it. There's nothing else I can say, Louis. Well,
Okay.
you can always go snooping around Mortimer's study. I remember seeing paintings of Longinus there.
I just want to know why she
Hang on a
shot her.
second.
What's the matter?
Why did you shoot Emily's sister?
Do you really think now is the right time for this?
Insist? God dang it. Oh, for God's sake. No,
I
I'm
want
saving
to
it.
know, Mother. Why did you betray her?
Listen, Louis, I don't think you've really understood my interest in the Al-Azif. It's not just simple curiosity about some old relic.
You tried to kill her.
And I had no choice, for crying out loud. It
Did
must not
she survive?
fall into the hands of the demons,
That
or we
gotcha.
are all doomed. Don't you see? Listen, I don't know exactly what it contains, but I prefer to be one step ahead. If they want it, there must be a reason. And even if I don't know what it is, I want to stop them for safety's sake, no matter what.
Nothing will stop you if I understand correctly. Not
Enough, Louis. If you could see the extent of their power as I do, then you would understand what I'm saying.
Even... All right. We'll do it your way.
One more thing. If they find you in possession of the lance, they won't let you get away with it. Choose only one and hide it under your jacket so you don't get caught with it. Then run and meet me on the wharf.
And if I get caught?
If they catch you in possession of the lance, we're all doomed. Do you understand?
Perfectly.
Good. And go talk to Piaggi. He's the one who probably knows the most about
Yeah,
this.
kinda got the same idea. If we're talking about holy weapon, then we might as well talk to Piaggi while we're here. So, God, it's been a while, so hopefully we can find some honey and amber or something like that. And yeah, we did bring up there's more than one spear. So all the spears. So oh God, this is gonna turn into the Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness bit. Like they said, one spear. You told me only like one godforsaken spear, and there's more than one. That is bullshit, lady.
Flavius Aetius. I remember. He was the Roman general who defeated Attila and his hordes in the terrible battle of the Catalonian plains. Flavius Aetius, the one they call the last of the Romans. He was assassinated by his own emperor, who was jealous of all his victories. But how did he end up here?
Well, it's Mortimer at this point, and nothing surprises me anymore. Oh god. So it could be anything. Any spear could be the right one, and I could potentially mess it up. So let's have a good look around if there's any honey and stuff. I'm taking the honey and the amber.
This sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted.
Okay, I don't want to spend... honey, nice, thank you. Oh god, more spear. A spear, a spear, a spear, 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 spear. Oh god, there's so many spears. And we have to find the right one. Oh boy, I'm gonna mess it up somehow. There's another one. Must find the Holy Lance. It could be any one of these. Even something on a pedestal could look like a fluke. Could be a fake. Oh, there's so many. But we have to examine every last one, just to be safe.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer.
Wait, we found his grave.
It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's the only sarcophagus in this crypt which appears to bear the Mortimer family name. What ancestor can it be? There's no inscription. Let's see what we can find here. It's far too heavy. I'm not going to be able to do it on my own.
This is probably the most likely place. I mean, keeping it in its most safest place is near him. And I feel like opening it's gonna unleash a booby trap or something. No, so I can't go down there. Oh god, there are so many spears, and when I do get all the information, I have to go through every single one and hopefully find the right one. Okay, that's the entrance. Okay, there's another one. And another one. Looks like a coin.
Amber crystals.
Oh, fragment amber. Thank you. Just two more. I feel like there's going to be more sections for us to learn about.
This sarcophagus is engraved with the name of Clemens III. Good God! The one whose cross allowed me to enter. That was the Pope from the Middle Ages who inspired the Third Crusade. He gave the Roman people the power to elect their magistrates. This sarcophagus is beautifully made, but ancient. Stone is marked by the passage of time, but it's really well preserved.
I'm keeping my amber safe. I don't know if I spent one. Oh, there's one that's already...
This one has no name. I wonder who it was for.
I got a bad feeling it's going to be eventually be mine. My grave or something like that. Probably foreshadowing being shoved into that coffin. here, and that's it? Okay, I think that's the full exploration of this godforsaken underground bunker. Well, better find Piachi. Maybe he'll be much more helpful. Or maybe Wolf, because Wolf did have a conversation with Piachi. No, it's not wise, but... Well, at least I got rid of the body, that's nice. Now, where can I find Piachi? That's basically our goal right now. Yeah, what's this? Golden elixirs. God, through the hedge maze of evil. God, I still remember this stupidity of hiding the goddamn answer. God, this maze I hate. Screw this garden maze, I wish it burns and dies. And yes, I'm still angry about it. So where should we start? Long loading trips. Okay, we're back in the library. I wonder if there's a servant nearby. You could at least give me a direction, because I pretty much went through this entire mansion at this point.
Atrus, the Miller Brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Still have to worry about trusting everybody else. They could still be demons. Oh, what's this? Oh, great, more golden elixir that I cannot have. Wait, did I even go through the whole mansion? No, I know for a fact I pretty much went through this whole godforsaken house. Oh, I missed some honey. I'm just saying. Oh, there he is. Hey, I need a favor.
Your Eminence, would you have a moment to spare?
Not now, Louis. Please, leave me alone.
I beg your pardon?
I want to be alone.
Very well. I'm only searching for information about the lance of Longinus, the soldier. If you could...
You're not listening to me. You are playing with fire.
I heard you speak to Mr. von Bollner about it, and I was wondering if you could tell me something about it.
That was a private conversation. How could I have known that he was listening to us?
I see what you mean.
Louis, don't push it. Leave while you still can.
Your Eminence, are you all right? Your Eminence, are you with me? Can you turn around, please?
What do you want to know about the Holy Lance, Louis?
Your Eminence, turn around.
This is the weapon used by a Roman centurion on the very day Christ was nailed to the cross.
Look at me.
Longinus thrust his lance in the right side of Jesus.
Please.
As you wish.
Yeah, could you... Oh. What happened?
His nose is bleeding.
Oh.
So you are looking for the Holy Lance of Longinus.
Was he already possessed? What is wrong
Your
with you?
Eminence, you're worrying me. What is happening to you?
Nothing, Louis. Just a moment of weakness, but I'm better now. I am all ears. You are looking for the lance.
Yep.
You should know, you are not the only one. Lord Mortimer has spent a good part of his life and his fortune trying to find it. Never will he let you have it. But tell me, before going any further, have you spoken to anyone else about this?
Should we tell him that? Yeah, we should. Yeah, my mother.
Yes, my mother knows about it.
Of course, Sarah. Who else?
No one else.
No one else.
What are you going to use the lance for, exactly?
To drive
If
away
I
the
told
demons.
you why I needed this lance, you would never believe it.
Trust
I
me.
don't think
you
he's
can
possessed.
tell me anything.
I think...
It's our only chance to vanquish the demons.
There we go.
Oh,
we got through that just fine.
Louis, you sound just like Sarah. Do you realize you are following the same path, step by step? Sarah also started by imagining things. She, too, spoke of demons, I am told. She could no longer speak to anyone, and saw a hidden monster in every guest, lurking in the shadows, ready to devour her. You must let us help you. Louis, I thank you for your sincerity. I shall answer you about Longinus. You deserve to be told. His spear-headed lance did indeed pierce the side of the Messiah. His blood gushed out, covering the head of the lance. It was covered in the blood of Christ.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Eminence.
You are welcome.
We know that...
Be careful, Louis. You are on a perilous path. Don't follow Sarah's demons, my boy. Don't delve too deeply into her delusions, or you won't be able to come back. The demons that she is frantically trying to drive away are in her own mind. Take good care of yourself. God keep you.
Okay, it looks like he's alright. Possible information. Specialist on Ecrosism, artist description, and sacred texts. Told me the shape. It was the shape of a boar spear. Okay, so we're looking for a boar spear. What does a boar spear look like? Oh boy, I'm in trouble right away. Can't talk to this servant.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening.
I'm back on the trail of my mother again. I don't have time to explain, but would you know anything about the Holy Lance?
That's good news. But be careful, Louis. You might end up getting noticed.
Do you know anything or not?
No, I regret I don't. But why not ask von Wallner? Theology is his field, after all.
That's an idea. In that case, I'll try and find him.
You are keeping up the good work, I see. But I'm telling you, keep your guard up. Everyone is rather on edge right now.
You're right. Thanks for everything, Mr. President.
See you later.
Okay, so it basically got the right idea, so we'll have to go to Wolf's room, and Wolf doesn't really like me, so... Hopefully we could talk to him peacefully? So, which room is his again? Piachi... Dureche? Hillsborough... Water Park... Peru, and I think Peru is still in there. The tower room for Wolfner. So go to the left. Maybe there might be some honey that I missed. Or did they officially restock the entire place with honey? Still a little worried about Peru, so I better go and check on him if he's still not possessed. He's still in his right mind.
The Massacre of the Innocents, but by Van Harlem. I think that Mortimer likes to play mind games with his guests.
Some holy water?
Dear friend, please come and join us. We must meet about the ongoing operations in Paris. A boat will be waiting for you in Calais, and we'll take you...
Yeah, this is probably just a retread. Alright. Let's see. No servant.
Pardon me, monsieur, but I have work to do.
Okay, so now talking to you. We could check Mortimer's study after when we're done. Now this is the old tower.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Amber crystals.
Ooh, a piece of amber that I missed. Okay, here's Von Wolfner's room. Hold on, not the right one. Let's see, characters. The Journal of Von Wolfner. Diversion is one of his vulnerabilities. And we got devil thorns to help us if we get into a
Seems like he isn't here.
Oh. I hope he doesn't mind if I look around again.
What a mess. Looks like Volnor was interrupted. Looks a lot like straw, and he's drawn something in a hurry on this sheet.
Paganism. Buttload of...
I get the feeling that I've seen that somewhere before.
Okay, so point will be taken.
Yes. It's definitely a drawing of the Lock of Al-Azif. Volner must have kept a copy. Straw on his desk. As if to protect something fragile. Yes. Someone must have packed something away here.
Read the letter. John, I know you are trying to find out what happened to Elizabeth, but it's getting out of hand now. Your escapable on the continent cost me enough as it is. I know it hasn't been easy for you leaving Elizabeth confined in her room for months so she doesn't bump into Sarah. But to run away without warning, I had to lie and cover you, John. Act as if you arrived separately only a few days ago and persuade William to do the same with his guests. I demand that you come to your senses and take hold of yourself. I ask you to fetch something so we can get it off the island, not for to study it in vain hope of acquiring power. It won't give you any answers. Let me be clear on that. At most, we run the risk of losing it again. So, for the last time, please go and leave it as agreed at the agreed place. I can confirm that someone will pick it up immediately. Gregory? Sir Gregory? Is involved in this?
A table of alchemical symbols. Someone circled the zinc symbol.
Yeah, we all know the guy was into
The signs
paganism.
of obscurantism.
Was a bit of a paganist. Maybe he might have left something that could. Or if his stuff.
A chemistry set. That's not surprising coming from von Volner.
Yeah, Von Wolfer is starting to creep me out a bit. But we know Gregory is a demon, so don't know what he's planning.
So, let's see what Volner has in his bookcase. Ah, damn it. Most of these works are in German. I don't understand a thing. Well, except for this one. It looks like Latin. Longini militis fabulum. Longini? Ah, what have we here? It looks like a kind of biography on Longinus the Centurion.
Yes!
Truly, Volner has done everything he can to get information about that lance.
Yeah,
I'd better keep this one, though.
Yeah, let's book it. Oh, crap!
Richet?
Damn, that's all I need. Maybe he knows something about the lance.
What are you doing in my room?
I was looking for
Sir,
you.
perfect timing. I was looking for you.
You were looking for me?
Yeah.
Here I am. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you might help me.
You're the one looking for the lance.
No,
Don't take me for a fool. You are looking for the holy lances.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna use the floor. Oh, great. What are you so afraid of?
What's the matter? You seem completely panicked at the idea I might be interested in this relic.
No, that's not true.
What are you so afraid of?
I'm not afraid.
You know Mortimer's got it, so you're not worried that I'd give it back to him.
What are
So
you?
why are you so terrified of me being able to find it?
You have no idea what it is you're looking for. What are you playing at, Richet? Mortimer's the one who has that cursed lance.
How long have you been looking for it?
Ah, I see. You want it, and so you plan to steal it from Mortimer.
For a long time. Isn't that right?
Why, you little swine! You're planning to give it to Sir Gregory. You're looking to double-cross me and Piaggi too.
What on earth is he talking about?
should try to get into this guy's graces and not to double cross him. Well, for you,
But calm yourself, goddammit. You're the one I'm trying to help.
What? What?
I heard you talking with His Eminence, and it seemed to me that this story about the lances had put you in a tight spot. I was only trying to be helpful.
But why didn't you tell me straight away?
Seeing as I hadn't found it, I didn't want to commit myself too quickly. If I failed, I would look like a beginner.
I understand, Louis. I thought you were trying to manipulate me. But please, excuse me. I got a little bit carried away. But you can't get ahead by staying in the shadows on a case like this. There are already several of us searching for the Lance of Longinus. And it would be smarter to pool our information.
Unfortunately, I've barely made any progress. I'm still trying to find out what the original Lance really looked like.
Let me reassure you, we've all been there, given the number of copies there are in existence. It also took us quite some time to discover its true shape. Many believe the central part of the head of the lance to be covered in gold, whereas, in truth, its center is made of an alloy of copper and iron.
That does make sense. In those times, a centurion wouldn't have any chance of possessing a lance made of gold.
That is the perversion of Christian idolatry. A copper lance could not have been noble enough to pierce the side of Christ.
Anyway, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Keep me posted as to your research. We're bound to end up recovering it.
I'm counting on it. See you later.
Okay, so Wolfgang helped us there.
I managed to get the biography of Longinus' centurion.
Yeah.
Let's see what it can teach me. An interesting passage here tells me that the lance is engraved with the symbol of the first Christians. The fish.
Okay. The biography is copper-rimmed, boar-shaped, engraved with a fish on the tip. Okay. We seem to get a lot more information. I still don't know what a boar tip look like. Now I should head back to Mortimer's office and his secret lab, sort of. I'm just saying that because of simplicity. So I'm just gonna quickly break into the other rooms, see if I could get some honey. There's something to help me out. Maybe it's something yeah, I think I've pretty much cleaned out this room.
President George Washington.
Now I can't go into Washington's room. Oh wait, what's this? Oh, just a collector's coin that I missed. Don't know what this room is. Oh.
A Chinese coin.
Collector's coin.
The Cardinal's not in his room. I bet he went back to stuffing himself.
Ooh. Honey.
Honey. I couldn't have hoped for better.
Thank you. Desperately need some honey.
My dear Giuseppe.
Some note. wrong way now.
Huh, that's me.
My room?
Inferno by Dante. Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Dear Monsieur. Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Thank you. More honey and some water to wash it down. I am really desperately need honey. Like a honeyaholic. How could you get so addicted to honey? Okay, I'm going the wrong way now. Okay, that's
Duke Manuel Godoy.
Godoy's room. And there's the lovely Lady Emily. I hope I got the right one. We had to deal with her sister in the last episode. And I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure that I got it right. At this point.
Dear E, I received.
A letter from William Pitt the Younger, addressed to Emily. He's the present Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Emily has indeed some powerful backers. Madam.
You're not interested.
A letter from William Pitt the Elder, addressed to Emily. He was the English Prime Minister. This letter dates from 15 years ago now. Madam.
Pretty sure I got enough. Alright, which way's Mortimer's part of the mansion? Go to the... So this room's going to be important because we haven't gone to this room yet. That way I think goes to... No, I know it's near Wolf, so... No, 1191, if I recall. To get into his secret lab. Maybe it'll give me a proper look at the spear in his study. Alright side. And it's not gold.
St. Longinus. Let's take a closer look at his lance.
Oh, this is him.
It is shaped like a leaf, like the real lance, maybe. How can I be sure? No, this is too easy. Mortimer's trying to throw me off the track again. It seems too visible to be true. Impossible not to see the statue on first glance, given its size. And Mortimer has no interest in making the shape of the true lance so easy to see. I think this statue does represent Longinus, armed with the lance that wounded Jesus, the Holy Lance. How can I find out if this is an exact representation? There's no way of being certain of it.
He does lie. Let's take a closer look.
Looks like there's a symbol engraved on the tip.
The fish.
Yes, a fish. The Christian fish, no doubt. It can't be a coincidence. It must have been done on purpose. Huh. Good thing I took a closer look.
Longinus statue. If all of that fits into all that criteria, then that has to be the right one. I don't think the shape of it is important, just those other details. And we can't really trust Mortimer because he lies. He likes tricking people. Even with the booby trap.
Dante's Purgatory. Why does your mind presume to flight when you're still like the imperfect grub, the worm before it's attained its final form? Charming.
I think we're pretty much done. So if that's the front, maybe we should go this way. And make our way back to the tomb. And get the spear. So, copper plated, looks like a boar shaped. Don't think I need to worry about the boar part. But I'll feel really stupid if I got it incorrect. Alright, let's head. Oh god, not this stupid hedge maze. God, for a second, I just want to burn this goddamn hedge maze to the ground. God, I am still angry about that whole goddamn puzzle. Just loading up. Alright, I think we got all the information that I can hopefully get. And the search begins. We better start this side and try to find every spear with the symbol of a fish.
I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape. It is made entirely of iron. I can see that the tip is engraved with the symbol of the sun.
Now, what we're looking for is a boar spear. Oh, no, that's gotta be the lie. A boar spear, we should stay with Piachi's truth. The spear of the leaf is wrong. Green fish symbol. That's a fact, either on the tip. So, Wolfgang could be right. Copper rhymed. Copper rhymes for fish on the tip.
I can see that this lance has the characteristic shape of a spear. It is made of iron, and its tip is engraved with a cross.
Looking for copper. And the one for, I don't trust that statue except for the fish could be right. But yeah, Mortimer's a liar, so he could cheat.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
Copper trim, that's what we want, but this is not the right, doesn't fit the other two criteria. I could be stuck here for a while finding that. I think I already done those two. That's the entrance.
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
That's the trick one. That's not the right one. We're looking for a copper rimmed. I think we should be going for a copper rimmed, boar shaped, and fish symbol on the tip. If I'm wrong about that, then I'm an idiot. I mean, you would never...
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and, well, it's in gold. I can see that a crucifix is engraved on the tip, just barely visible.
Hold on, give me a sec. Sorry about that. Just phone call just rang and just needed to go and check.
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
Wait.
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
That's the closest, but I think we're looking for a boar, but we're looking for a boar shaped.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
That's the one we're looking for. Okay. In a fish. Copper.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
This could be the right one.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
This one could be the right one. We're looking for a boar shaped.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
He only says it's a spear, so it's close.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
Fish. Copper rimmed. And I'm looking for a boar spear. It's a leaf. That one may be a maybe. A solid maybe. But let's have a look around. If there's no other boar-shaped ones, then that one's got to be the right one. Just double checking. This one could be the right one.
Well, we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Not gold. Copper.
The sarcophagus has been ravaged by time. It's sort of ageless, I guess. It's entirely sculpted. These symbols, these grooves, cuneiform script. This is humanity's oldest alphabet, the language of Babel. Sadly, no one today even knows how to decipher it. There's also some text engraved beneath in ancient Greek, Sargon.
Boar-shaped.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip. I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip. I can see this lance has
copper rimmed, boar shape, boar spear, and fish.
A spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
This could be the right one. This could honestly be the right one. This could be it. If... I hope. I don't know if there's any other boar spears that we have encountered, but maybe we should have a double check.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
Yeah. Not sure. Unless there's a spear. Oh, wait. No, that's a leaf. God. Trying to find the right one could be very difficult.
The sarcophagus of Lord Mortimer.
But there is one that we haven't looked.
Let's see what we can find here.
Alright, let's read it.
Ha! Great! Now let's see what's inside.
Oh, Shelly. Amber fragments. Maybe this wasn't a bad haul after all. Oh, wait. This could be the right one.
What about this lance? It's got a spear shape, and the blade is partly made of copper. A barely visible crucifix is engraved on the blade.
No. But it's very well hidden. Maybe I missed it. Maybe there might be a boar-shaped spear that I missed. This one looks like the closest. That's wrong. Obviously not the right one. God, I could be here for hours trying to find this blasted thing. This could be it.
This lance has got a blade in the shape of a spear. Its blade is in iron or steel, I think. I can make out a rising sun engraved on the tip.
That's not it.
we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold. You can distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable. I can see that this lance has the characteristic shape of a spear. It is made of iron, and its tip is engraved with a cross.
I must have checked this goddamn place. There aren't any other boar-shaped crosses, just the one. Because I know I was pretty much thorough. There are no other hidden spears that I know of. It's wrong. And there's only one boar spear.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip. I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
This has to be the right one. Because we're looking for a copper rimmed, boar shaped, and the fish on the tip. This has to be the right one. I would feel pretty stupid if there was one hidden away that I didn't know about.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
I mean, looking for a copper rimmed, boar shape, and fish. Because we can't trust that statue, so...
I can see this lance has a spear shape, it is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
This totally looks like the right one.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong. Am I
will
absolutely
feel
sure this is the one
stupid
to take?
It was hidden somewhere else. This has to be the right one. There's no goddamn way. Validator. Validate. So we do have, I hope. I would feel super stupid if there was a hidden one that I didn't know about. I would feel super stupid because spear-shaped, boar spear, what's the goddamn difference? And there's only been like one boar-shaped. If I got it wrong, I'm going to be super pissed. Like super uber pissed. No, I got the wrong one. My god, that took quite some time to translate all that. If someone would correct me, if chosen land. Oh, we're done with this. Oh, I didn't get all the. Oh, fuck. Did not find all the copies of the Lansom. There was one I missed, didn't I? Chosen the lance. Oh, there must have been a clue that I missed. I feel stupid. Okay, I got a level. So only 4. Okay. Leveling up grants you 3 effort points. I get more effort points. Told by 1. I can get more from vigilance and linguistics. And a collector. Collector and archaeologist. Vigilance and linguistics and erosion and efficacy. That feels stupid. I probably screwed it up.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
And no other books. Great. I feel super stupid. No books. And I probably didn't get the right spear.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him, immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick. Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
Don't bank on getting rid of me so easily, De Richet. Where have you been?
I was looking for...
I'm still looking for my mother, if you can believe it. I've been in the manor basement to check if she might have gone lost.
And did you find her?
No, not a trace.
I'm warning you, De Richet. I've got my eye on you. I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the servants.
Get him to...
Remind me, who did you hear making those alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Volner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Volner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. Ah! So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have to report you to Lord Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right. We'll leave it there. I'm glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave you.
That's right. Go play somewhere else. See you later, monsieur.
Thank you.
Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
Alright. Let's get to the wharf. That was... Oh, wait. I'm on the wrong side, aren't I? Wait, it has something to do with the secret room, right? Or in his lab. Okay. Oh god, I'm on the wrong opposite side of the end. I'm supposed to be on this side. Okay. Oh, more honey. Thank you. Thank you. God, I feel like an idiot. Through the dining hall, and we should be home free. And I'll take that golden elixir just in case. There's the door out.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
We'll have to get by.
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me. What's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
That is...
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
Oh. And it's
so you're
false.
going to tell me she's wrong, and that she's a liar?
She's right.
Oh.
Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
So he's just...
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
And how is it you help men exactly?
Let's just say that without us, man would probably never have left his cave. Fire, the wheel, tools, writing. We are the spark that inspires man to search, to grow, to evolve.
And what are these
Can you
powers
tell me
exactly?
more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature. We are all part of a grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
How many
Lucifer,
are you?
the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1 million of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say?
Oh.
You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are, because a large number of our kind remain hidden, or never reveal themselves even to us.
So in this family, there's 6 others that we don't know about. Oh dear. How can I believe you?
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
And why are you telling me this?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that. Don't worry.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
I would like to say, well, philosophy.
Given the choice, I'd choose philosophy.
So, consider us as an idea, Louis. We are but a word in the minds of men. But this word is capable of anything. Empires have been built on words.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes.
What?
Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Was Von Borchard working for you?
So, Von Borchard, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What? You mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of Von Borchard. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right.
No, that he has. So what?
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
And so?
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life.
Oh, you...
Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments? I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now, don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
Like what?
There is one question that remains to be answered. Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
What?
I think you sorely need the Golden Order, and you want to make sure you've got it.
Really? You really think I'm that desperate?
Well, I did think so, but now I'm not so sure.
Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have
what?
been. You, as much as me. You are one of us, Louis. You, too, are a demon.
What?
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside, you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
Oh, he knows
Stop
about
it, it's
that.
absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body, without knowing why?
No.
Whilst asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
Wait, what?
Liar!
Oh, for God's sake. Peru, you're still alive.
Well. So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool. Don't make a move, you clowns.
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid.
Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down, monsieur.
You stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jacques, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
Monsieur Peru, I don't even know what this is all about.
It's quite simple. You're like them.
If that's enough to make me unforgivably evil, then I prefer you shoot. But I don't feel as if I've changed. I'm still the same man I was an hour ago.
They will corrupt you. It's inevitable.
And I won't be able to resist, like you are now.
Well...
Give me the benefit of the doubt. Think about it a moment.
So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Jack, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jacques, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months. And everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through. and you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Oh, come on.
If I am indeed a demon now, as Lord Mortimer claims, then I've always been one, Jack. The fact of finding it out today makes no difference to my personality. You can't choose your parents.
Oh my god, I think I broke him.
You know what I told you. Evil and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene.
Oh my
you can
god,
thank
I
my
broke
son
him.
for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Dude, I totally broke him. At least he hasn't tried to kill himself.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
Yeah.
You can say that again.
For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
Yep. So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon,
what?
I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
Oh!
What do you mean?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind. Hear my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's a sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
You heard me. From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
But would I break their spirit?
I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that govern this talent when used between ourselves. You can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear. What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Holm?
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later, if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Okay, new ability. Thoughts reading. You are now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point you can earn back when confronted to an immunity, 2 by exploring a vulnerability, or 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Let's play around.
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you. When I told you not to try to read into Gregory or her experienced demons, it also applied to me, of course.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from the psyches of others. So, I give you a weapon, and the first thing you do is try to shoot me with it? If my intentions were evil, you would already be at my mercy. So be very careful.
Oh my lord, a new ability.
On whom you use the talent.
All right. Please excuse me.
And don't ever apologize, my son. You are far above that from now on. Now go. One more thing.
Oh.
If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Mother fricker.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Oh yeah, new dark gift. I feel powerful. And we're returning to the wharf. We haven't been here since the beginning of the game.
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
Mine now. There could be a book or something here. Devil thorns.
A Chinese coin. Recognizable by the hole in the middle. If I remember rightly, that's called a cash.
Yeah, let's join our mother. And rip the very truth out of her.
You shot her in cold blood.
What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests. I should...
personal interests? I'm talking about my sister's life. She was my other half.
Calm down, Emily. Calm down.
Louis, don't come near me.
I warned you what would happen if I found her.
Emily, put the weapon down.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Well, to be fair, we've all made mistakes. And look at her, Emily. She's paid for hers.
I'm all alone now.
Duchess, I am sorry for what happened. I didn't have any choice.
Ah, you. Shut your mouth. You had the choice, all right. You use people according to your own desires, without any scruples.
Excuse me, Duchess, but we're in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And as for Emma, she knew only too well.
No, Emily. Look at me. Emily?
What did you say?
Emily, no. If she has to die, it will be by my hand. That bitch lied to me all my life, Emily.
Louis!
Shut up! You lied to me!
What are you talking about?
If she has to die, I'm the one who's gonna do it.
Louis, no! What did he tell you?
But why did Sarah betray Emma? Why?
Your sister was supposed to hide something, and no one was supposed to have been able to find it.
And she would never have talked, even under torture. So why get rid of her?
Unfortunately, Emily, the creatures who live here employ methods that no one can resist.
I was going to get her out of there, for God's sake. So what are you talking about?
Emily, Mortimer's a demon! In the literal sense of the word.
What a...
Lord Mortimer has been around since the Third Crusade. He fiddles with his family records so he can keep maintaining his identity. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear on everything I hold dear, that's the truth.
What? But when did...
Louis, Do you realize what you are asking me to believe?
I know, but it's the truth, Emily.
How do you expect me to accept this? We are in the Golden Order precisely to fight against such beliefs.
Do you remember those deeds we found behind the chimney? They weren't fake. There's a reason why they're all signed by his same hand.
Demons.
In his study, he keeps the Mortimer family tree. They produced only boys, just one per generation since the Third Crusade. And they are all called William. He justifies his own existence, Emily.
Look, I'm going to believe you, but if you're taking me for a ride...
Unfortunately for us, it'd be impossible to even make up a story like that.
All right. I believe you. Thank him. You owe him your life.
I have always been very lucky.
Oh, you're not done. I'm not done with you.
As my son.
I'm not done with Mother yet.
I really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well, anything's possible.
This is no time to be joking. Just help me climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about?
Paris, 1763, number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
No. I beg you, please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Paris.
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
Number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it, but
touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
The girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him. And I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him. I couldn't let him reproduce. I had to stop him propagating himself.
You stole my life from me.
No, Louis, I gave you a life. I offered you a choice. You got to know humanity. You are more human than many of us. From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I looked after you, fed you, raised you, like a mother. I am your mother.
It's true, you did
I know.
raise me.
You always took care of me.
I devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I wanted to. I very nearly told you everything, at least a dozen times.
You didn't, though, did you? Why?
I don't know, Louis. I couldn't. Not after Venice.
Venice?
Talk to me about Venice.
Oh, no. Louis, let's go. I'll tell you everything once we get home. Now come.
You never wanted us to speak about it again. Winter 1791. Do you remember?
Louis, no. We agreed to never speak about it again.
Now I understand.
Talk
We were on the trail of a businessman. We broke into his place one night. We ran into his wife.
Not that, Louis. It's in the past.
She, too, was pregnant. Was he Mortimer's as well?
Louis,
Answer.
Yes.
What did she do?
What became of the child?
I gave it away.
For him, too? You became his mother, didn't you?
No, I gave him to a couple who couldn't have children. I never saw him again.
How many children have you stolen from him?
I saved all of you, Louis. I gave you a normal life. 9. Louis, yes. I made mistakes in the past, but now I'm ready to...
Do you consider me a mistake?
No, not you. You are what I am most proud of in my whole life. You are good. You fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal me?
You don't want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter.
Wait, what?
I know what he's doing. I see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before you. And if you don't live up to his expectations, he will cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough for him. So he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is because he didn't love you, isn't it?
He doesn't love anyone, Louis. Don't be taken in.
I forgive you.
You are my mother. Whatever you've done, I can't take that away from you. It doesn't excuse everything, but in time we will find a way of putting it all behind us.
Oh, thank you, Louis. Thank you. I will never lie to you again. Come on. Let's go.
No, Mother. I'm not going back.
I gotta
with you.
finish this.
What do you mean? Louis, you can't stay here.
Don't worry about me. I have to stay. I still have a lot to learn. But you go.
Louis?
I'll see you in Paris. Don't worry. Here. This is yours.
Don't forget, Louis. You've got the lance. You can beat him.
That's
if you hit
what
him
I
with
have
it,
in mind.
he won't be able to escape from his mortal envelope, and he will die with it.
That's the plan at this point. Oh, I could have talked to Gorty for a bit. Stopped Napoleon from getting the lance. I persuaded Peru not to shoot. I arrived at the wharf before Sarah Ritchie was wounded. I stopped Lady Hillsborough from shooting Sarah de Ritchie. I found out about Sarah de Ritchie's lie. I found out about my demon nature. So another 4. Well, I only have one more chapter left. Ocean. And what else? Etiquette. I still can't find any more books. Well, better. Well, now that we have a new plan, might as well try to work with Mortimer to get close to him so I can kill him. Yeah, I'm gonna kill my own dad.
Rational and open. I
spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emily, what a waste. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse.
Well, I can use my powers.
No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Alright, let's see who's at the door.
Sir Gregory?
Oh. We know he's a demon.
I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Can't read. How long have we been around?
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
So, don't look into that. How many are there
How many
in
of
the
us
family?
are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
Oh, great. Why brothers and
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Are there any other families?
Well, tell me then. Are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Okay.
Is there a head of the family? You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What does Mortimer...
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Are you jealous?
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
My father
But
is right.
if your intention is not to dominate the human race,
why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you. Less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. Some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
Yeah, so we're learning a little bit more about this crazy family tree, but now the office is that we're going the right way.
His Holiness awaits my report.
Join Mortimer at his study.
Louis, I was sure you would stay. I'm proud of you. You have made the right choice. It took great maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Confused about everything? I have to admit, it's been a lot to take in such a short amount of time.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I think he's worried about you.
Worried? Marvelous. That's just like him. You know, in a family like ours, we all have a role to play. And his is to worry about everyone else. Let me reassure you, there's no reason for him to worry about me.
And what would my role be in all of this?
That's for you to decide. I'm not trying to force you, Louis. I have high hopes for you, but the decision remains yours to make. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
So that's your project?
Of course not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Have you any other
Do you have any more examples?
Of course.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
Religion?
What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now. locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence, but humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are? I understand your goal, but the change you propose is not really a significant one. It is merely more smoke and mirrors.
You must understand that we directly depend on men. Consequently, we have to do our utmost to help them progress and to prevent them from killing each other.
And you think that's been a success? Humanity? It's almost always at war. And it's been this way forever.
Look, I'm not saying that the task is easy. We've all had failures. And at times we have even suffered from conflicts on our own side. I'm doing my best to improve the situation. Our family clings to its privileges and to the past. And that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about taking control of a person.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
How do you do it?
It's an animal resonance. How it works is still a bit unclear even to us.
Like a wave or a sound?
That seems the most likely, yes. In my opinion, demons are capable of tuning their psychic frequency to that of others. That is why, for example, I tend to surround myself with deaf and dumb servants. The servants dressed in black. I infiltrated them. I opened a channel between them and me, and then I deprived them of speech and hearing. This way, no other demon can turn them against me.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaggi to inform the Pope he has changed sides.
Wicked?
You're going to use your powers to alter the votes?
The real game is about to begin, Louis. Up till now, the guests have been sizing each other up. From now on, it's time for Gregory and myself to play, as well as you yourself. Now, here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes.
Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes. You're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and his psyche. Make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaggi had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right. I'll take care of it.
And now we're gonna have to break some people's minds. I just feel a little disgusted by it, but it's the only way we can get to have Mortimer trust us so we can kill him. With hopefully the right spear, but most likely I did not get it right. We haven't gone to this room yet. Piaggi's room. Basically on the other side. And we have to take over his mind.
Ah, well, Louis, what brings you back to my chambers?
May I sit down?
Of course, Louis. Don't you feel good?
Yes, but if I'm going to pass inside you, I'd better sit myself down first.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Well, what can I do for you?
Right. Now I need to concentrate.
I wanted to speak to you, Your Eminence. I wanted to thank you for your help. I mean, for your time talking to me about the Holy Lance.
Oh, and did you find it? It's the crusade of a lifetime for some people. You are searching for another Holy Grail.
You're nearly there. Link into his thoughts. Does it annoy you at all?
But what on earth is he trying to get at? Why do you ask, Louis? I don't follow.
For the glory, Your Eminence. I can feel it coming. It's working.
What insolence? Why, really? I am a man of the church, Louis. May God keep me from such ambition.
Right. Let me in, Your Eminence.
Why?
There I go.
I've done it. I've done it. Damn it. He was right. This is just crazy. I can't believe it.
I'm the Pope!
Look at yourself, Louis. You better not get caught. Whoa. I still need to get used to this body. So, let's see about what Mortimer asked me.
Right. Well, it's time I got started. Let's see what I can find here to help me write that letter. I have no means to validate my forgery, so I better take my time with it and not make any mistakes. There are 2 letters from the Pope on the desk. I should be able to get a clue or 2 by checking how well they correspond to each other. And here are 3 stamps. All are different.
Read the letters. The first letter. My dear Giuseppe, as my health does not allow me to honor so solemn invitation to go to Lord Mortimer's, I should be grateful if you would sit at a conference on my behalf. Naturally, you will give my thanks to your hosts. Consider it our agreement with Sir Gregory and let him know that his venture regarding Cardinal Bishop Chalamoni is following its course. I have every confidence in you. May God bless and protect you. As is Giovanni Alva. P.S. Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. The 12/31/1792. GG. Wait a second. I know they're on your way to your Lord Mortimer's residence. I hope you have good trip, even though you are obliged to cross the French countryside at Pristine. My very aggravated. Know that this mission is crucial, my friend. May God bless and protect you. The first 17. EHHBCF.
Right. Well, let's start writing. Lord Mortimer asked me to discredit Sir Gregory and to announce Piaggi's final vote in his favor. As an introduction, Your Holiness, thank you for your trust. It turns out, now that I'm here, that I find Lord Mortimer's projects grant us many more advantages in comparison to what Sir Gregory had suggested. We are talking about the future of the Holy See. There. That should be enough to justify the change of vote.
Do not use your personal stamp when writing to me. Instead, use the one with my motto on it. G.
There's a kind of code composed of 6 letters that they always write under the dates of their correspondence. According to Mortimer, it's got something to do with Piaggi's tattoo. I guess I'll have to write one for today's date. Now, ideally, it'd be better to do without it, but I'm going to need to be extremely clever here. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay, so 2J. Okay, the year and the month? Okay, so 01.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Was 1.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the numbers shown in the middle.
Okay, give me a sec. I don't think I can solve this. Okay, I have no idea how you're supposed to answer this. I can't see. I think that's an I. No, L. No. Can't see because. Hold on. Let me see if I can. Options. Just remove the subtitles for a bit.
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
E.
Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code.
I don't know how you can solve this.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Oh god, there's no E's.
Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
How the hell am I supposed to solve it? I know I'm getting it wrong.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
I don't know how to solve this.
In the letters from the Pope, there are 6 letters just below the date, 2 just below the month, 4 others below the year. Piaggi's tattoo. It must be used to establish a connection between the letter of the concentric circle and the number shown in the middle. Some figures are the same in both codes, yet they correspond to different letters. The day is not translated. That must be the key to the code. Today the date is 24/01/1793.
24. think I'm starting to see 17. E would be 0. 1 would be H. 2, 3. I got it now. So 24, I've just solved it on my own. So 24. So the first one, 0, would be... The first one is... The date is 24. So the day is 24 and in A, so the code is for 0, A.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay, it took me a while to figure that one out. So A, F.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
Okay, so I think I pretty much got basically the answer. And I did it on my own. I must feel like a real genius at this point. So be F again, because A would be technically 0.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
I think I got it solved. So 7 B. So if it was 17, 1, aha, I got it now. So 0, 1, 1, 7 from 24 would be C.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
C is 7, so 8, 9. I think that's a H. Yeah, it's H. Yeah, H.
Today the date is 24/01/1793.
And 3 on 24 would be G.
Today is the 24/01/1793.
Yeah, that's right. Do not use your personals. Use a stamp.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini. Giustizia, misericordia, e umiltà. Boy, I gotta brush up my foreign languages. I think it's in Italian. Justice, mercy, and humility. In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it. And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini. And I remember that. Flore in Domo Domini.
No, it's 2 Ds. Check the right. The left?
A circle with a cross inside.
No, that's not it. Middle.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini.
This is the one.
In one of the letters, the Pope asked Piaggi to change and to stop using his personal stamp. He asked him to use the one with the Pope's motto on it.
No, that's not right. The middle.
On it is written, Flore in Domo Domini. Latin. It blooms in the house of God.
Done. Finish the lighter. Oh my god, I did it all on my own. I think I got it correctly.
Your Eminence,
oh god, what now?
What's he doing here?
Damn it. That's all I need.
Don't worry, he can't hear us.
What do you mean he can't hear us? What's going on here, Piaggi?
Yeah, I gave him a
Calm down
tranquilizer.
now. Monsieur de Richet came to see me because he was having anxiety attacks and wanted something to help him relax. I'm afraid I've been a little heavy-handed.
You can say that again.
I was about to fetch someone to take care of him. Would you care to go?
There he is, and there he stays. The perfect opportunity.
What do you mean?
It's been a while now that I've been hoping for a chance to get rid of him. Can you keep a secret?
Of course, my son. Would you like to tell me under the confidentiality of confession?
Ah, don't talk rubbish. I don't trust the little runt because he is Mortimer's son. Would you believe it?
How does he know?
Dear
How does he
God,
know?
How is that possible? I am flabbergasted.
We've wasted enough time. What if he wakes up? If you don't want to get your hands dirty, just turn away and leave everything to me.
This is not a decision to be taken lightly.
You're defending him now.
What are you talking about? Of course not.
He's made you change sides, hasn't he? The slime bag. He works for Mortimer. Good thing I already tried to warn Gregory.
Well, of course.
You find Louis unconscious and conclude that I'm his accomplice?
It's not so much finding him here as you being against me getting rid of him. That's not what you thought the day before yesterday, after he eavesdropped on our conversation.
Monsieur von Von, I always act in the best interest of all. I assure you.
Everyone's entitled to an opinion.
You must have lost your mind to want to take such an extreme course of action.
No one's asking you to help me do it.
I'll tell Holm
If you lay a finger on him, I'll denounce you to Sir Gregory. I'm warning you.
You old weasel! Very well, Piaggi, you win.
I refuse to let you do the first thing that comes into your head.
I don't know what the two of you are up to, but I'll find out sooner or later.
Right. Time for me to get back into my body.
Yeah, back I go.
Right. Don't just stand there, Louis. Mortimer's waiting for you in the Red Salon.
Red Salon. In the dining room. Just call. been always on this side. Let's go the other way. Oh boy, that took me a while to translate the writing. That code was very hard to figure out. I want to go this way now. Just in case I missed anything useful I can totally use. No? Nothing like water or anything? Or honey? No, that's the wrong way.
All right. I've retrieved everything.
Gold elixirs in case I get sick again. Only one. Oh, honey. That could be useful. And I think I'm pretty much done. Unless there's a book I didn't know about. And the dining room is up on ahead. So it must be morning by now. No. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
So, Louis, what was your first time like? Bewildering, isn't it?
Here's your letter.
Did the best I could.
I have to admit, the experience was utterly amazing.
Come, tell me more.
To tell you the truth, I didn't make it through the first time.
Well, that's quite normal on the first try. But you did it. Gregory, what can I do for you?
I've just come to make sure dear Louis has all the information he needs.
Needs for what?
You are free to make your own choices, William. I would like the same for him, too.
There's nothing I want more, Gregory.
Your schemes will lead to your demise, brother. Don't involve Louis. He has nothing to do with all this. The end of the conference approaches, and this masquerade will soon be torn asunder. Don't drag him down with you in your disgrace.
Oh, ye of little faith.
On the contrary, brother, Louis has just entered the family. Give him a chance to find his place.
His place?
What do you mean?
What place is that?
At the end of a leash, like all the others.
Don't listen to him. He's angry with our father.
And with good reason. He governs us in the same way he governs humanity. Through fear and submission.
Same old tune. When will you understand that it's necessary to impose order for things to move forward properly?
You are under his thumb and proud of it. Open your eyes, for crying out loud. His whole system has become outdated, and he's too old to see it. He will lead us to our demise.
Here he goes with another of his grand speeches. William has always been fond of staging big scenes. It's his theatrical side.
Does he have an inferiority complex?
I've told him time and time again, Louis. He always has to take it one step too far.
How dare you? You are blind, brother. Even if the evidence bit you on the nose, you still wouldn't see it. I feel sorry for you.
Tea is drunk hot or not at all, William. When will you learn? It's too bitter. You shouldn't let it brew so long.
I knew you'd be coming along. You are so predictable.
Methodical, I would say. Things must be accomplished in the right order if we want the world to keep turning as it does.
When you speak of the right order, I can't help hearing your order.
Louis, wouldn't you think that by now we've acquired a certain experience? Don't you think that we are the best place to know what the right order should be by now?
I mostly understand that even with the best of intentions, this kind of talk could well be misinterpreted. Every powerful man has had to speak in this way at some stage. That doesn't mean that they were right or that they achieved great things. Take the kings of France, for example. They weren't all good monarchs.
You see, Louis, Gregory came here to make you change your mind. It's time for things to change. I acknowledge Father has done many good things for humanity, but his time is over, and now he must pass on the torch.
That's enough. There, Louis. That's the pathetic example your father has to offer. I really am sorry about what happened to you. You don't know our family yet. We can't have given you a very good impression, but bear in mind that we are all against William's project.
On the contrary.
If he insists on going through with it, we will have no other choice than to intervene by force. Consequently, my dear Louis, you're going to have to choose sides. I would much rather have met you in different circumstances.
There you are, Louis. See what happens when you don't follow their orders to a letter.
Louis, I'm afraid the time to decide is now. If you follow William, he will drag you down with him. If, on the other hand, you support me, I can assure you that nothing will happen to you. You won't be blamed for your father's errors.
Ah, the masks are off. I offer you liberty. He obliges you to choose, and shamelessly asks you to betray your own father. That is their true face.
Right. Before I answer, well, I'd better think it over very carefully. Do I intend to embrace my demon nature and take my place on the chessboard? Do I stay out of it and do my utmost to stop them? Or do I renounce my nature and do all I can to stay human? It's useless trying to resist my true nature. I'm a demon. May as well accept it. The sooner the better. Even if I continue to live as a human, all my friends and acquaintances will inevitably end up dying. And I'll be left on my own, forever. I'm a demon and I have to behave like one. The sooner, the better.
So? What do you choose, Louis?
Well, I want to stay on Daddy's good grace.
I shall follow
Stop
my
him
father,
and his
Sigurd.
madness.
Very well. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Please, don't take offense, but I just can't turn my back on him.
It's time we finished what we started, brother. The final vote of the conference over the acquisition of Louisiana will take place in a few hours. I propose you gather your troops and prepare to close the debate.
That's precisely what I was going to suggest.
Come, follow me. It's time for us to get ready.
Yes. Let's do that. I'm only doing this so I can get closer to him and kill him. And just... Yeah, I am a demon at this point, so I might as well play along.
Do you really think we have a chance of winning?
A chance?
You don't know me very well, Louis. We are going to win.
But it only takes one person to vote against us, and we'll have lost.
That's true. That's why none of them will. Why? Because I have an asset that they do not.
Which is?
You.
My friends, prepare yourselves. The conference is about to resume. The time has come to lay down all our cards.
Oh, he had something against von Wolfner. Oh, 2 levels. 8 points. Oh my god. 10. 10. I could put 6. Linguistics and vigilance. Alright. Yeah, now that's free. Do I want the... Erosion and Edicacy. And that's it. I got through the council, the 4th episode, and next time we will take on the final chapter. I wish there was more I could do, but I probably would have to replay this whole game again to get a much better result. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the stream, and I hope to see you all in the final episode. So until then, this has been Josh24214, and if you're watching this on Halloween, then happy Halloween, and I will see you all next time. So until then, have a good day everybody, and I hope you all had a good day. Bye for now.